let's see how this goes.
So what I've realised is I've stopped being in motion.
Yeah.
I know we didn't want to give range,
Yeah.
but when I'm not moving a bit, my reactions, my counters and everything are a lot slower.
Yeah. And your head will be less moving as well.
Yeah. And last time when I was sparring Maddie, I was doing a lot of fakes, but like this. So I may get one over, but then all of a sudden he's charging in and I'm flat-footed.
You've got stationary,
not in movement. Yeah. So
but you could be like
well, once again, then I've got a pace it. So when we paced it properly, we're doing sort of large steps. Slowly interrupted, but it was still moving where we weren't puffing. But any time if we have to change direction, it's easy.
Yeah. But you're already in motion, so
yeah. Whereas the other stuff, or what I was doing the other day, I couldn't change quickly.
Yeah.
And I was just getting.
Also, when you planted or the looking here, you like sometimes like plant your feet and you're not on your toes as much.
Yeah.
Or you come up on the toes.
Yeah.
Like, as you lift up, it makes
fake, and I'm standing there like that. He just come over the top, even though I get him with a shot.
Yeah. So sometimes we see your head come up as you do that, like this, and we can go bang over the top.
So I think I need to go back to. It doesn't have to be the whole range. I know you stopped a lot of that to not show the range.
Yeah.
But you can shorten it a bit, but at least if it's in motion.
You can give a misjudgment of range.
But then at least I can change at any time.
But also, like you're now tighter, so like you said, you can go into like your skulls and through was easy, or your
very quickly. Right? And with the star, is your star actually just the rocking, like you're in, you're out?
Nah,
and then if someone attacks you,
I'm stepping with it more. Because like especially at the beginning, like I was doing the reverse before, where I was doing a rock at the beginning. So I'd be like almost like what was saying a lap ago. So I'd rock like that, and you'd rock.
Yeah.
And
so
then I'd do like a half one, and then I'd do like a half step and see how to go. Yeah. Then you do like a full step or something, and I'd have to full step back, and then I go full step. Like that, and like it'd almost go from like rock to half to like full. But I'm finding that if someone at the beginning just does something like this and just goes like here and then does a step, and we're doing a rock and you've leaned backwards. Yeah. So you go and lean backwards and they just step. That's where it's getting like the non-telegraphic stepper. It's not really like a load that they fall. Yeah. We don't always see it, and if they realise that you're just gonna dodge it, all it takes is a little one. And it's not hard to go here, block and wait, and then that goes through and get another one again. So I'm finding that I've almost reversed it. So now that if you do your first move, even if you don't step and you just did that, do that again. I'm gonna almost do like an elastico, or you do the same thing, and I'm just gonna step almost a full step back at the beginning, which looks excessive because it's such a big dodge. But if you stepped with it, then it would be an elastico, exactly. But I need to make sure that you're not just jumping in, and so many of the lower range, and even when they realise that it's slightly that wide or long range, they're just stepping and driving in. So that's what I'm happening with Matty. Alex is jumping in and out, even Hunter comes in. Jason's very down the middle with his thing. And I'm like, so now I'm assuming they're all doing that at the beginning, and it makes it really interesting because I'll pick it off, and you do anything, I step all the way backwards, bang again, and then if you step in and do another thing, then now I'm getting ready for watching the hands, just picking everything off.
So how does that work as far as that's too big a step to
It's bigger at the beginning, and then the good thing is it sometimes makes them start stepping as well. If I step back every time they do a move, it actually makes them start stepping to the move. And then you might step backwards here or something. And then you'll do another one, but you step again. So you get used to that, then you step backwards, and then you'll step again. And now I just don't go backwards, and I bait you into it, and that's where I'll do a sway, or I just don't step at all into a spine deflection. So now I'm getting you to step more, and you're going to walk in on something by accident. So that's why I was saying I always feel like I'm retracting at the beginning way more. Like nearly every fight, I feel like I start by like, I do an attack, but I'm going backwards. I'm going backwards, but I'm drawing you closer and closer, and every time I go back, I'm getting shorter and shorter. until I am literally just going to go sway, bang.
Okay,
so I've just reversed the order.
The sway and the umpagadas are right at the end.
At the end, more.
Where you've stepped.
Yeah. See, like I was doing it at the beginning because we're fighting mostly like higher ranks. That like, it was just like we all knew the right measurements, so we all got to the edge of range. Yeah. And we're loaded, like waiting, and we're all going like bang like that, and speed assist forward, and doing like backside thrust, and like we're all right on the edge of range for the Largo. But the second we're going up against like the lower ranks, like white, yellow, red belts from like the pro system or whatnot, or even just untrained people. Yeah, they also have their like commenting. And it doesn't matter that like they've missed this one. Yeah. We've gone sniper, taking their throat out, and then they're still stepping through anyway. Which is what would happen in a real fight. Yeah, well if some people don't recognise that adrenaline keeps going. Like, exactly. It doesn't mean that's a kill shot or a stop
shot.
Just because you killed them doesn't mean they're actually already dead. They still might have 10, 30 seconds, a minute, a couple of minutes. So it depends where you get them. Yeah. And like, I don't want to be like, yeah, I got the kill shot and then die immediately. Yeah, they're coming straight through. Yeah. So like the whole time now, I'm just trying to figure out, I'm like, are you going to drive in too much? Can I do what's in the hands? Or am I just setting up sniper shots? And I want you coming forward really the whole time.
So where is the star still part of it?
Yeah, because I'm still going like attack, and sometimes I'll have to do my step for the attack. So sometimes even if you don't attack first, I'll still go like step and bang, and then I'll come back, and then I'm doing a full step backwards. I'm just doing more full steps and lanes on the beginning ones. So I'll maybe just nothing on the first one, and then that.
So the star is full steps now.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we used to sort of sway in, sway out.
Yeah, no, I'm doing full steps.
Now it's like I'm in, I'm out.
Yeah, that's exactly
I'm right in, I'm right out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't always have to be the same foot. You can go both directions.
Yeah.
Add some pivots to it as well. Yeah. I'm mixing an elastico, and then if you do something else, sometimes trying to do a Dorello. Because like those back two lines, the first half, the elastico is the first half of the Dorello on those diagonal lines.
Yeah, so you're
like, I could go here, but some people go slap and stab. Yeah. And now I turn it into a Dorello, I can clamp down. I don't know if I watch in the hand style. Yeah. So like, I'll do on those kind of things a lot, but I'm actually trying to re-enter again.
Okay.
I'm trying to draw you forward and then meet you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it is still start in and out, but I'm doing way more full steps. I'm not swaying as much, and I'm not doing the half steps as much.
Okay.
Because I'm finding that like if say you just do a half step backwards, and like they're going full. Yeah. Most people are just going. Even half the time they're doing more like boxing and Muay Thai. They're almost going like bang, which means we can read it a bit more. But the range, and some of them are even going like shuffle. Yeah, that's okay. Like Bob, like actually, Kay does it both, because he does like both the boxing, like almost like a jab, and then he does it like the Bob Letty from the Corellana system, where he's going bang bang, he goes back and forth. Yeah, so it covers a large distance. So I realised that I have to do a full step, and even then, sometimes I end up doing more than one. Because if I do a full step backwards and you're just on me still, and we're on, this is sketchy. I've done a second one whilst continuing my attack. Yeah. Maybe then I'll even pivot and turn off the line, because I don't even want to go in a straight line backwards, because you'll eventually catch me or something. Yeah.
Okay. And the only other thing I was thinking, if I've got a knife, if I'm starting to do the baiting with the hand as well as moving, not just standing there. The trouble, that all works well with the machete and all that. The trouble with the knife is if you're doing that, you've only got the knife, so they go for the hand shots. Yeah. You know, if I'm doing, like it's either got to be down here, but then I'm not in motion with it.
Yeah, the knife's a bit different. Knife, I'm also doing a bit more of the full steps, but I have way more head going into it, because the machete I can hide behind the machete.
There's a lot of,
and also my spines are a lot easier.
Well, even if I'm doing these to bait people in, I'm still safe.
Yeah, that's
Whereas as soon as it becomes a knife, you're just going to go hand shot.
Exactly. So I find I do less hand baiting with a knife, and it's pretty dangerous, but I'm actually baiting in my body and my head a lot more. I've still got that forearm there. I end up moving around because I want to keep that safer. I'd rather you go for attacks on me and me just pick that off.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the bait is more.
The bait is more me. The bait's more me being here. It's when you try to be out here and you're doing this to keep people back, and then you're just gonna aim on the hand.
Just cut.
So I need to pull that back so it's not even a hand shot. Because even if I'm here, you're still gonna go for the hand.
It has to be down.
Yeah. So I want that back, and I need to actually lean forward a bit. Otherwise, I get off balance when you go for me. Yeah. I like those kind of shots.
Okay.
I don't try to use the spine of my blade as much because I actually have had a few, because it's nearly always the back, and I've had a few times where I hit the back of the blade and it's like stripped it from my hand and disarmed myself. So I actually use the back of my wrist or my left forearm.
You're saying you bump up.
Yeah, I bump up and then fall. Sometimes it's a bit more vertical than it is horizontal. Exactly. And I still like to have my arm there. So like, I'll go like diagonal away and do the bump up, just because every now and then you carry it through, you might get a step down or something. So I'm still fighting behind that forearm. I move that and then I fall down.
And are you still starting with your full steps with knife? Sway.
No, I do a bit more sway, just because you don't have it can't whip out as quick. Like it's fast, but you don't have the range that you used to.
Yeah.
The trick is that you're not meant to get that much closer. Because like this is like almost my preferred baiting range for Machete.
Yeah.
Where I can just hit everything. When I go to knife, this is the same baiting range. I don't get any closer. And that's the hard part. Because I can almost like now I have to lean more. But I can if I was falling hit those things. And the thing is, everyone gets to here. It's too close. You don't see these ones coming out of nowhere. Here, you can see the setup for it. And like that tiny little extra. So always think machete distance, even with the knife. Like that way, I actually have way more time to react. I think everyone's just getting too close.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Because you're saying put the pressure on and all that, and you're down here.
Yeah.
But here, it's so hard. Like it becomes too reactionary.
Like, here, I can't see
the reaction.
It walks out about there. And when we are doing the low max stuff, it's really hard. It's too easy for it to come up and whip around and do different things. And we've got a lot of fast moves from below. Yeah.
But you are stepping whole steps.
Yeah. And once again, I'll start with more whole steps and lead into more like sways. And then off that, someone's going to do something sketchy and they're going to go back and forth. It goes back and forth. I usually start with the full steps just to be safe. Because I'm like, people are here and then they literally will just go and do that. So if you're already just ready to just step backwards, and then you're going like, that's it.
The easy shot.
That's right. The grass is going to get a little slippery. I was training with Tom and I just remember I just slipped in.
I slid a bit.
Tom slid doing some Muay Thai yesterday with me. So I just remember he's going to be a little careful, but we're not going to go crazy hard anyway.
Alright.
But we'll see how we go.
I'll just start with
make sure we don't run into that. It's pretty dark actually. I'll put my bottle under it. Hopefully it'll make it stand out a bit more. There we go. At least the silver reflects from the light. Alright, let's see how this goes. Spines really help. Every time I do a diagonal dodge, like do any shot on me, I pretty much do a spine. If you did a forehand, I'd be like, same thing. And half the time when I'm doing stabs, I'm thinking about that too. So like, even as I'm stabbing, I'm thinking
spine around.
Like already like smaller ones, not as the other ones I'm doing like a pivot kind of. I'm just on that side. And a lot of that power comes from me retracting that with the step and bringing that to the body, where the florette is very tiny circle. But I'm already falling, and if you knock that, I'm just going bang, coming through. Sometimes that cuts on the way, but I don't really care if it does or not. Probably looks like I'm squatting a bit lower.
Yeah.
But I'm finding that I'm keeping this level way more because then I'm loaded at any point on any foot. Yeah, because usually I have to be here. I always have to lower. And then before it telegraphs it and everyone keeps telling me if they can see my height change. It's like almost the opposite of what you've had with your baiting thing. Yeah. Where you've been fighting. And you've been coming up, and they see the level change. Yeah. They said the same for me. They're going, we're seeing you go here, spine, here, lower.
Oh, okay.
And then they're like, you're looking. And I was like, alright. So I'm finding that if I start, because I block like that as well. Yeah. Like whenever someone does an attack at me, I also punch. Yeah. So my loaded offense and my block look the same. So I went, I may as well just stay in that position for both my offense and defense. So I'm finding that I'm being a bit more squatty, and it means a little bit lower. It means I can risk off anything, just launching if I need to. Yeah, it's interesting.
But does that make you know how you have the open and close?
Well, sometimes it brings my head closer. Because I'm also lower down here, so like makes it like, I mean, it doesn't look like I'm as vulnerable. It does look like I'm being aggressive. Yeah. So if that doesn't work, but then that's why. But the thing is that I am kind of coiled and tense. So that's when range relaxed bait comes in. Because if you're not going, he's going. He looks too ready. Yeah. And what are you doing?
Yeah, that's strong.
Exactly. Like, and like now it looks like I'm relaxing even more. Yeah. Because before, if I'm here and I relax, it doesn't look as much as when I'm like this. That looks way bigger because I've really stood up. Right now it's interesting. I'm playing around with the heights a little bit. Because I also find that most of the shots that are landing on people at the moment are actually like almost like a scalp shot. And people like going like here and they're just getting like the forehead area. Right. Like they're getting this top part. So if you just lower a little bit, and it's going over my head a lot now. And especially because I'm knocking them up with these spine deflections. So even if they weren't going to go over my head, they do now.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you notice that I'm stepping by like you? It does feel very.
There's a lot more
train traffic.
Felt dancing.
Yeah.
Which is okay. Yeah. But that somehow got to break that
really
rhythm.
Every shot I landed on you, I didn't step back on. Right. So I got you used to going like that, where I was going miss, back, spine. You step back and it misses. Yeah. I step back and it misses. And we just keep doing this for a bit. And all of a sudden you go for something, and I just went. I just don't move back all of a sudden. Okay. I think I only landed like 3 main shots other than like a thumb or something. Yeah. But actually even on the thumb, I think usually I'd step backwards and do that. Yeah. And I think you went for a shot and I just went bang. And I did something like similar where
so instead of trying to get me to misstep, you're literally just standing there.
Yeah. I like instead of because I'm getting so used to chasing you on every single move that I just don't move on one and you step into my range. Yeah. I'm finding it easier, and it's actually making it easier to set up the washing the hands. I'm seeing it better. Yeah. Because now I'm actually like they're coming towards me from further out, as opposed to me going towards them, and then them realizing and floating backwards. Yeah. And then we just maintain that range, and it just puts me in danger. So like now, because like you probably wouldn't intentionally enter into the corner if you weren't ready for it. But if you just think you're chasing us down, and then all of a sudden
you just go,
and then all of a sudden you're just here and you're going, oh crap, but. Yeah, it's interesting. still moments where your sword just completely disappears from vision because of the darkness.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I've had you just flip here, but it's not too bad.
No, it's like about 70-80% of the circle I can see you clearly, and about 20-30% you just black out. I go, oh, keep moving, keep moving. But that could be the sun in the sky, it could be like someone like, just, you never know.
It changes really quickly, but you do just flip it.
That's it. It makes me look at your shoulders and your elbow and your hip more. Like if I see that flare up, I know that it's going to be out that side. If I see that, like you can see that elbow flare up. So if it's like, yeah, it's interesting. It's making me more aware of telegraphs and like, that's it. First time you made me chase you. We keep going back to here.
And
I keep floating back and going for stuff. But it's when we get to here and we're on the edge, and you just take a step back. And then
make it.
And like not too far. You just go a little bit back. Then I'll go, oh, I'll take a step between you touch. Exactly.
It's like a half step.
Or even then you also get another elastico. So I'll take a step back and then I'll do an elastico here and it's fine. And then I'll fall that way. And then I'll drop. Surprising how many times that block one works right afterwards, because they nearly always chase you at the second.
Everyone's coming through.
That's it.
No one stops.
But when you get them 2-3 times in a row, they go, alright, I get it. You go, alright, well, you kept going, so I did too. That was more spine.
Yeah, I needed to do it properly.
Oh, now you got my hand. Tried to force it. Good lane.
I didn't put my hands on it.
Oh, just parried it in.
I was just thinking, make sure you do the windscreen wipe as you come across.
Yeah. I think I changed the angle. I think I went like.
You got it in the middle behind it.
Yeah. I think I saw it start to come up. I was like, get the tip in.
Yeah, and I was going,
You know why there? You went horizontal with the head.
Oh, okay.
If you went diagonal, and my weapon would have been in front, and you still, but you went more like.
But I've gone sideways.
You went there instead of the diagonal. I know it's so subtle.
It's hard in the circle.
Yeah, because it would have been diagonal till I turned with you.
Yeah.
And then now it's made your diagonal horizontal. Yeah.
I think you've always got to focus. It's like the counter. You got to be thinking of spining it up and over your head.
Yeah, whenever we think of the offense, we die. It's always the counter defense.
Not even the offense, I just got to think of what I'm doing with it.
Yeah.
Not just the windscreen wipe, I've got to think pushing it up and over.
Yeah, true.
Because, I was just thinking, the windscreen wipe will do it.
Yeah, true.
Because you've stuck it through it.
Yeah, I was going for your head, then realised because of what you were doing, and then just tried to thread the tip in so that you would feed it into your neck.
Yeah. Over.
It's a hard one.
Oh, it's good.
When I do it with a knife, I don't do it with the machete as much, but with the knife, I do that and actually have my hand or forearm in the way, so that like when you go for the shot, if that happens, it at least hits my arm or my hand, not my neck. I mean, ideally, it still doesn't hit anything, but I'm not sure what I do with the machete one though. Oh no, I still kind of
bring it up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'm bringing my hand back there anyway.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be tight.
And then all I have to do is that.
Yeah, it's basically the quickest way to load.
Yeah, I mean, ideally it hits the forearm, not the hand, but that's harder because it's a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But if I'm leaning backwards, a lot of the time it means it hits forearm.
Yeah.
Like, or it just cleanly dodges it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do it just, once again, hopefully the elastico was enough if you measured rightly.
Yeah.
And then if not, hopefully that then knocks it over. But on the off chance that the spine and the elastico wasn't enough, then that's a backup to stop the throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Oh, you stopped it though.
I thought I'll just come in a bit and see what happens.
Yeah, I'm up the middle there.
Yeah, I'm going, that's very close.
I thought I was going to get you then. I thought it was just going to go bang and get you,
Yeah.
but it was like right in front.
Yeah, I just thought reverse.
I was about to step, but yours was there, and I was like, I almost needed to go like,
yeah, if you had have knocked
like just a little spine on either of us there. If either of us went, yeah, exactly.
Moved it.
It's just,
No,
I think it surprised both of us. Another thing I try to think of is I'm like, if this was Ray and I was in this range, how flinchy would I be? And I'm actually trying to be a bit more like that flinchiness. Because I'm like, I don't see most of his moves. He's very, very fast. Like he's especially with the foam, like he's non-telegraphic. Like it just teleports. I see him go load and then it just hits me. There's no in between.
It takes a lot of energy to be that twitchy.
It does take a lot more. But I'm trying to think like if I was in this range and then all of a sudden I just saw that pointed at me, I would just throw my head sideways, even if he did absolutely nothing. And that's what's making me dodge like Hunter and yourself and the others is I'm pretending you're like Ray for a second. And I'm just going, I'm into this range. And it means that every now and then there's an opportunity that I miss because I was a little too flinchy, but I'm starting to recognize those opportunities more. I was just trying to increase my level of defense. I was trying to dodge a bit more. Yeah. I felt like we're getting hit too much, like as the coaches.
Oh, definitely.
So like I was just going, okay, like no. Like even if I saw you just line it up, I'm already out here half the time, which means I'm already loaded and back. It means some people going, you're super defensive, but I've had nearly every high rank go, I used to be even with you like 6 months to a year ago, and now you just land like 40-0. Like that, we don't hit you anymore. You know, like, but nearly my entire focus is on me being out of range and defense. Like I just don't care about the offense at the moment because it'll just show itself. Yeah. Like, it's like what you're saying, it'll just pop up out of nowhere.
What you said then reminded me of, I was talking about the windscreen wiper.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking of load.
Yeah.
That actually is stronger.
Well, that's it. Like, that is the load counter.
Yeah. But once again, if I'm just thinking knock it over, it's only half.
Yeah. You're thinking just deflect. It's deflect to load.
Deflect to load.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Because if you're not doing any offense back, I can start chaining offense. Yeah. And like that's where it gets real dangerous when they can go like here to here to here to here. But if you just do one, and then I have to, and like now even if it's 1 for 1, it stops me doing like 5 in a row against you. There's nothing worse than covering up and then eventually they're just gonna pepper you and get you. Yeah.
Bring you out.
I
thought, can I bring him out? But he leaped at me. Yeah. Forced to put him in.
I know, we've got 3 there that I almost forced and I keep going force it. When we do it, we just put our hands through.
Yeah, you looked a little bit off and I thought, oh, now?
Yeah. And I think it's because I was thinking about that going, I see an opening, but I think it's going to move. And then it did, and I was like, no, I would have got hit.
Yeah, well, that's what happened to me now.
Good though, good range, good timing.
Oh, that was good.
Threaded it. You almost crossed the same point a few times.
Yeah.
You almost did like a V, and then I was like, wait, I'm going to catch you on the middle.
Yeah, you did. I could...
You're all good, you're all good.
No, it was that whole, you're not sure, but you see it.
Yeah. I'm like half, I felt it more than saw it.
Yeah,
I was like, something's happening, and I'm like, it's around here.
Yeah, something's wrong, I'll just go through it.
I almost didn't aim at the head, I almost just aimed in the middle of where you were doing the footwork.
Yeah.
That range you're doing, and you're letting me come to the edge here, and if I did throw, you've already pretty much gotten the motion to move and block. Because twice I went to throw then, and you just were in the perfect range to dodge me. But I did a fake, and I realized if I'd actually thrown it, I would have died. That was that range, that little baiting where you've kind of stopped and you're like kind of open, but right on the edge. But I can tell that you're ready. That was good. It looked like you were half going to attack, half going to bail, but it looked like you'd stopped and think about it. And I realised when I did the fake, it was a trap. That was well done.
Oh,
sorry.
No, that was the whole bring him in and stop.
Yeah.
And then I stop and...
No, I was just thinking the same one, like the timing's been weird, and I'm like, okay, one of us is about to get set up.
I was trying
to enter, but I couldn't see it safely, and then I realised you were going for the entry, and I was like, alright, slash and start.
Yeah, I did the half stop, half no.
I would say it is dark, so it is hard to see something.
Oh no, it was you've got to look at everything, not just the footwork. You've got to look at where the weapon is.
Yeah.
I mean, my stopping halfway with your weapon here is wrong.
Yeah, fair.
So,
but like the theme of today that I want you to realise is nearly any shot I've landed on you today was you stepping forward. Like I'm almost entirely either going backwards, just pulling you backwards. Not even doing full steps, I'm just slightly shuffling backwards.
But that's where one of those you have to stop and let me come forward.
Yeah.
But I think I stopped and then I went forward. I needed to stop.
Yeah.
Because probably I could have turned it.
Yeah, that's it. And sometimes you're coming in a little square. Yeah. So I like that for the ambidextrous, being able to go here. But if you do more than one or two and you're coming straight down here, just my main thought is how I'm going to get out the diagonals. So like even as I'm coming square down here, I like to like have that little like wobble going, because it makes it like I feel like I'm on my toes more when I'm going like this, so I can pick the direction. And also it means my head's not just there. Because half the time when I'm on square, I feel like my head's on one side of my blade, and I just feel like I'm coming in. Where when I put this more in the middle, I'm going this way. That's what I was saying. I think the hunching thing's helping me. I say don't hunch too much, because then you'll plant yourself.
I'm trying to do bigger steps, but the bigger steps is not making my upper body move.
My smaller steps are helping me. Yeah.
So,
I know.
So I've got to step more, like full steps, but they're not as big.
Yeah.
So this is back to the cha-cha. Remember we used to talk about...
it's like Monk Rommy's small...
No, it's Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
He started cha-cha.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, that's the...
But like, that's it, the Bruce Lee stuff, like Floro saying just step, so it's always just the other foot. But I'm not doing like... I'm not lunging. I'm almost doing like casual length. Like I'd rather smaller steps and just more of them.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm doing like steps, not natural, but
because that's what Ray was saying, that he was timing with us. It's like he'd push forward and then you come back, and he'd time that because he could see it. As I was saying, like even these little shuffles are kind of annoying. These little steps.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, they can be too small, and then all of a sudden we're in range and get taken out.
someone does chomp you in.
Yeah. Okay. So there is still times for like big ones. Like I'll be doing these little ones. I like that. I've got that punch still going. Because then I can fall and do those one of the biggest steps. But they're way less often than you'd expect.
Yeah. Okay.
Mostly because that's me going forward. I would rather you take a big step.
Yeah,
and then me go back and pick it off. Like that's way safer. You doing the big step and me picking you off than me trying to pick you off with me also stepping in. And like if I do this big step in, I try to throw my head to one of the sides.
Yeah.
So I'm either going out here or here. Just because like if I come in like this, I just get sniped. Yeah. Even if it's not like a backside thrust or something, like even if it's like cage, like going like overhand footwork. So if I come up here, he just loops around. It's almost like a check hook in boxing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, interesting. You're right. Actually, I got a long set here on this.
So that was just a little step here now.
The difference was, as I was about to say, when you were over here at the beginning, we're in the right range, but you're covered up and you're faking so much that it looks like I'm going to get hit the whole time.
Right.
So I was saying I didn't actually want to throw an offense at you, so it didn't make me want to enter.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, we're on the right, on the edge of range to just hit each other.
Yeah.
But you're going fake. I'm like, I can't see a clear opening in the head. Yeah. And if I did reach out, it looked like you were just going to go bang. So I didn't do it, but then when we circled around here, you kept the same range.
Yeah.
But then you did. I did one of these, and you did a fake like that.
Yeah, I did.
You dropped your machete in the right range for me to hit you.
Yeah.
And like that was you baited with your body more.
Yeah.
And I went through. Yeah. And I've missed that.
And I actually.
And then you come and go straight and got my shoulder on that.
The reason I didn't get hit by that is that small step you're talking about. So I did that small.
You did a partial force in range.
Yeah.
After you dropped that, and then I went to the back end and you went here and got that.
Yeah.
Well, I think you'll go for my neck, but and I've like rolled away. Yeah. And like I've been even though you rolled away, you still looked at my weapon shoulder. So like you got like there to there, so that would have fucked up my arm.
Well, I was just happy not to get hit by that. That was
very close to safety with your body, and then moving forward.
Yeah, with a tiny step.
Yeah.
Whereas before I was trying to dodge with a full step and getting tangled.
The hard part is that like once again, it's so dangerous baiting with your face and body. But this is what I'm finding against the higher ranks that I have to do. So I have to fight Hunter and Tom and yourself and like hey, like I have, if I come forward with any type of offense, then if I'm going like this kind of stuff and coming in, and like everyone just goes backwards going, oh god, the instructor is coming at me. So I have to come in and almost be like, look, there's my head, guys. There's my head. Oh god.
I felt safer that time doing what I was doing because I was doing the smaller steps.
That's it. I couldn't read your feet though.
Yeah.
Where over here, I was timing
when I
feet.
just did one big step and the other, you do that and walk in with me.
The little shuffle, it's more subtle.
Yeah.
You can change direction quicker as well.
Yeah, that was easy for me to get around that one. Where before
the second you said you were trying to do bigger steps, I went, nah, I'm doing the opposite, and then I think that's helping you now.
Yeah.
That's the first main shot you've landed on me today.
That I thought, okay, it's a proper dodge.
I may have grazed the back of my head.
It wasn't a shot, it was I was able to dodge comfortably and then just do a shot.
Yeah, you were safe, it wasn't even like a 1 centimeter.
Nah.
That was a proper
I could see it, move it, and just come through.
You could see it.
And it was a counter shot.
You weren't rushing the dodge.
No.
It looked calm.
Yeah.
And that's how it feels half the time. You see it and you're just like, oh, I'm just going to go here.
Yeah.
Come back, cover, come back.
Where every other slash and stab you've done tonight is surprised.
It's come out of nowhere.
And then natural reflexes, which...
Once again, it's because if you're going backwards, it lets you give you more time to view it. Think about like the slash and stab, you came forward.
Yeah.
Nearly every attack I've landed, you're coming forward, and as you come forward, it startled you because you have less range to be able to read it. Where going backwards, you've actually extended the range to see it.
But
only a tiny bit, but you've been shortening the range, and now you've extended it, so you've almost doubled the amount of time you've got to do other stuff to let your mind and eye register it. So that's good.
Okay.
It's such a subtle thing.
Oh, it is, but working out
hard to teach as a group class.
Which of this was wrong.
Yeah.
But definitely the footwork. That just feels good.
It's so much. It's so much me trying to fake at the moment. It's me going, how good is my range? And I get you to come forward. Yeah. If you come forward, and I now get you to attack, because if you can attack first, it makes my life easier. Yeah. If not, then I'm like, alright, now I'm playing this annoying bait game. Yeah. And I'm gonna get hella flingy.
Well, it's better than doing, like we were dancing at first, because we were doing perfect shots, but like you said, there's no openings.
Yeah.
So like
once again though, a lot of times we're doing it from too far out. Yeah. Like that's both. That's probably Tom's thing that he's trying to get around at the moment. Probably yourself a little bit as well, where we're all a little bit too far out all the time. So we're just out of range doing these shots. That will almost land if they step forward, but they're right on the outside or right on the line. So even if they're on the line, a lot of us are going out of the line. So that's what I'm finding. If I just go a little closer here, touch everything, just makes everyone uncomfortable, and then they latch out eventually. Yeah. Bang.
But you're looking still fairly